All right. welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading for who? None other than my Clarityempress collective. I hope everyone is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section and let me know if the reading resonates with you. I hope everyone is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell. That way you're notified every time I come on. Alright, Spirit, we get ready to get started. We get ready to unpack this new moon energy. Okay. We're getting ready to unpack it. Excuse me. Chosen one. You are well. I am glad to hear that, Sharon. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so we're going to unpack this eclipse tonight. Peace, black cherry, darling, darling. Oh, you know what? I need to change something on your moderation. Because I think I was supposed to. Okay. I'm going to try to remove you as standard moderator and make you. It's a higher level one, but I don't. Hold on. Hey, Doris, what's up? So bear with me, Black Cherry. Remove as standard moderator. Okay. So now, okay, add as moderator. There we go. So you can manage block words, change chat mode and live, and also capable of standard, whatever that is. Oh, review and remove chat messages. Hi, okay. All right. Okay, so I fixed it now. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing okay. You know what I'm saying? So say something in the chat and then let's see. Let's see. And that will tell me if it clicked. Okay, cool. We got it. All right. Let me find the darn video I wanted to play so that we could unpack this new moon energy. Ooh. All right, let me find it. I'm finding it. Nope, that ain't it. Oh, I don't see it. Bear with me, y'all. Thank you for your patience. I'm gonna get to it. Hold on. What did we call this again? It's a Pisces full moon. There we go. Pisces full moon 2025. All right, let's see. So this is an eclipse moon, y'all. Karmic cycles and relationships all come into culmination. That's not what I want. So we just releasing karmic patterns. I want something with the voice. I don't know why I can't find the video I wanted. It must be on TikTok. Maybe that's what it is. Let me go see my little TikTok astrologers. know, in the chat. Mommy issues tonight. Are you out driving, Chair? Girl, be careful on the road, sis. Everybody getting into the building. We getting ready to get started. You know what? No. I can't do it. I can't do it. All right, hold on. Let me unpack it with my astro codes. We'll do it that way. Maybe even moonology. I'll bust out that moonology tonight. Do. Okay, hold on, y'all. All right. Let's get it cracking. And we also gonna do a full collective too, but let's unpack these mother rules. Now you know we in Pisces season. I believe it's considered a Pisces full moon. I always wonder how that worked when we in a different sign, but yet it's that full moon, like a Gemini full moon, but in Pisces season. I don't understand how that works. But I'm not an astrologer, so one day I'll learn, one day. If you happen to know, share. I can always learn. Here we go. Pisces energy. All right. So the symbol for Pisces, of course, is two fish. Let's see. Let's go straight to the action. So Pisces asks us to swim in the ambient pool of emotions and be moved to compassionate action. With Pisces, think of a vast watery landscape with streams meandering over fields, through ponds and swamps where the different elements and diverse species flow together in one subtle, boundaryless, and fertile landscape. Appreciate all the diverse voices in this situation. Take them as tributaries to your river. This complex ecology also has much more to say and is so much more robust than any simple monoculture. The situation you're facing is also subtle and complex, but that is the strength. The movement calls for the finer perceptions, the more sensitive microphone. Be as aware of other people's feelings as you are of your own, but know that those whose feelings are whose. Track carefully what you soak up from others and what is true to your own wellspring. Learn to honor a twin perception, that we are both individual cells with our own work to do, and that our cells are embedded in the body of creation. Healthy boundaries help us do our individual work. Spiritual practice can help us shift our perception from the cell-minded to our role in the body of one. Hey, Wanda. Long time no see. Aw. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you. Thank you, God. Hey, Goddess Retrieval. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the building this Friday evening. Come on in, hit the like button, share, subscribe, if you haven't. All right, so the challenge, the Pisces permeability can leave you lost in a swamp, amorphous, wondering whether your sadness is your own or if it has been sponged up from your surroundings. Empathize with others, but do not try to carry everyone else's pain with them and double your burden. The gift. Tune into the healthy ecosystem with Pisces sensitive perception. We are all cells in the body of one. Healthy individuals. I'm sorry. I'm reading without periods, y'all. Healthy individuals contribute to the health of the whole. So I know that's not all because we have to unpack Venus as well. So let's. Oh, there we go. I just saw Venus. Beloved. All right. So Venus symbolizes your heart, and this particular Pisces full moon is in Venus, and it's also an eclipse. So Venus symbolizes your heart, romance, and the creative process. It's what attracts you, what you value, and how you value yourself. Earth days, sorry, excuse me. Venus is inside Earth's orbit and takes 224.7 Earth days to complete the journey. Venus rules Taurus and Libra and can only be in the same sign as the sun or in the two signs on each side. I don't know what that means. Venus is one of two planets who appears to rotate backwards. In an apt symbol for your heart's unique path, it rotates so slowly that one side is always boiling and the other side cooler. Love blows hot and cold. The action here. Soften, charm, open the heart. Investigate how you make the situation more beautiful, more fair, more lovely. Remember this Venusian truth. People are fascinated by those who find them fascinating. Use diplomacy and seduction and let others come to you. Engage creativity, generosity, and affection. Venus calls to you, to your heart, to romance, sings to you as a creative muse. Ask that you value what you want enough to get yourself in trouble. Well, I don't know that word. Anyway, come to know your heart. Know what you're passionate about. And when you steer others people's passions. Boy, I can't talk tonight. When your heart hurts, you can express the higher notes of Venus through acts of compassion, affection, or creativity. All become medicine for your sore heart. Pull out the art supplies and paint how you feel. Rescue a puppy. Help a person who needs loving kindness even more than you do. The challenge. Emotions run strong and passions are intense. Be wary of crimes of passions, love, addiction, or looking for love in material things. If you are fascinated by the superficial aspects of Venus, you can get caught up in appearances or become blind in love. Look deeper. Listen, we have to be careful, y'all, from limerence. You know, that intense feeling of passion that feels like love, but is not rooted in the foundation of love. We have to be careful right now because this is like shedding more of that veil, helping you uncover. And this is me in spirit right now, not the book. You know, it's helping you uncover what's really important. It's allowing us to shed what's no longer serving us now. Right? So those karmic relationships, those addictions, those low vibration things, those relationships that are not reciprocated, it is time to cut that loose. It is time because we can't take it where we going. We got enough burdens than to be carrying burdens of the heart along with that, right? You know, things cost more in the world. You know what I'm saying? Time, it seems to be spinning faster and faster. You can't mess with a situation, an addiction, and lose time because time is a commodity you can't get back. You can't barter with it. You have to utilize it to the best of your ability when you have it. All right. Venus, the gift, encourages a loving heart. To heal your own heart and become a Venusian beacon to the world around you, develop what the Buddhists refer to as Maitri, loving kindness, benevolence, friendliness, and an active interest in others' well-being. So, you know, this Venus retrograde is really going to put us in pensive state of mind, I would say, where we really are reflecting, thinking heavily on our relationship houses. You know what I'm saying? What really truly matters to us? You know what I mean? Like, we can't. I just can't. Like, listen, there's enough drama in the world than to have it within the four walls of wherever you live, right? Than to be, you know what, this person is a headache every day, and every day I gotta go home to this headache, or every day I gotta go into the office to this headache. Like, it is about liberating yourself right now of anything that gives you pain in your heart, or lacks, you lack the passion for. It's about finding what draws you in and keeps your attention, and inspires you and gives you creativity, as well as your abundance, where it's tied in together with your abundance. I was always taught as a child, do what you love to do so it never feels like work. Well, now is that time. I mean, a lot of us are doing what we have to do, but the goal, to strive for, is to do what you love to do so that it never feels like work, no matter what that is. You like numbers, and you want to be, I don't know, a physicist. Do what you love to do. Strive for that. Work toward it. You know what I mean? You like hair care, whatever. Go to cosmetology school, get the proper licenses. You may not want to use the chemicals. You might want to do it natural. Whatever the case may be, work toward what it is that you want to do. Work toward it. You know what I mean? You could always, I don't want to say always, but while you have the time, while you are available, while you are able-bodied, work toward it. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to get to the collective. I appreciate y'all coming. I love my collective. All right, let me get my moon elements. Here's my moon. Here's moon. Here's my moon. All right. I mean, not moonology, moonology, Lord. So moonology is what we starting with. So not worried. We concern ourselves with our planets, their actions, and what it means to us. Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What do they need to know? You have the same deck? I love this deck. I haven't brought it out in a minute. I've had it for a couple years now. She's a great deck maker. Who is this? Yasmin Balan. I like her. She has another version of this deck too. I forgot what they call it, but I feel like this deck got higher ratings or something. All right. Spirit. We need to know. Oh, my deck upside down, y'all. All right, so the energy is gaining momentum. Indeed it is. Can y'all see that? The energy is gaining momentum. All right, so I just got to chill. Oh, my goodness. All right, so the energy is gaining momentum. That just indicates to me a shift, right? This is the waxing moon they're talking about, but that means there's change, there's a shift, there's a movement, there is some fluctuations. Things are not going to be static. All right, there is a culmination of emotions too when the energy is gaining momentum. Tell me more, Spirit. It's time to give rather than take. There's this new moon in Virgo. I don't know if this moon is a Virgo moon, but I feel like it is. Somebody let me know if this moon is Virgo. But I feel like it's Pisces, but correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like it is a new moon in Virgo in the sign of Pisces right now. How they do that, I can't explain it, but that's what they be saying sometimes. All right, tell me more, Spirit. A time for healing, indeed. Balsamic moon. So it is a time for healing, right? Because now we're processing. Now we're self-evaluating. I feel like a lot of us have been on go, right? Go do this. Go take care of this. You know what I'm saying? Work here. Do this. Gather that. Feed that. Whatever. We're just moving. We're constantly moving. But again, this energy right now has us in not a static phase, but a pensive phase, meaning we are doing more reflection, right? So that we can heal. Like we're looking at what's no longer serving us so that we can heal versus staying in the same patterns. You know what I'm saying? Of neglect, of hold on, y'all. What was that? You doing too damn much? Damn cats. All right, y'all. Sorry. Pet emergency. All right. So, okay, we peaked in Virgo. Now we're in Libra. But was the moon, the full moon, considered a Virgo full moon? I feel like it was because I kept hearing them say opposite sign of Pisces. A lot of planets in Pisces North Node. Okay. Well, we'll see. We're gonna keep it cool, keep it going. All right, so okay, it is Virgo. That's what I thought. All right. So this says new moon Virgo, but I'm gonna read full moon in Virgo because that's what we're dealing with right now. Go out, take a look. We're in a full moon eclipse in Virgo. So this is conclusions are within reach. I'm gonna read that first. So with a full moon eclipse, just like that, the door slams shut. If you pull this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it is the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make it right what they did, but it releases you so you can move on. So attuned to the moon is that which is meant for me will not pass me by. Additional meanings for this is doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It is time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. Meditation, yoga, nidra are all recommended now. See control and let events unfold. So the teaching is full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same but on steroids. That's why all the astrologers I keep hearing saying this is March Madness. Full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse, and which Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. It's getting ugly for a lot of people right now. And I've been telling you all this because Spirit been putting it on me. But these karmic relationships or these karmic situations or these karmic people are feeling the brunt of what's going on now. Especially if, let's just say you were in a third party situation of any kind and you pulled your energy back and decided you are cutting the cord or you cutting the ties or you know what I'm saying, that's water over the bridge for you. You're over it. Those two that are left in that from that third party are now left to face themselves, whatever that is. This could be a relationship, platonic or romantic. This could be a job situation where you no longer do everything there. And now everybody who has a job has to do their position because you're not doing everybody's job. Now they're left to face themselves and do what it is that you were covering. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you were in a relationship that wasn't reciprocal and you're no longer reciprocating, guess what? They left with having to do their part or be cut off or you cut them off. But whatever the case may be, things are coming to an end, meaning the energy you put into stuff that was not serving you, it is time to let it go. Yes, Wanda. Yes, yes, yes. For me, and my personal opinion, I don't believe that you have to forgive somebody, but you do need to first forgive yourself no matter what, because you have to apologize or to a certain extent to yourself for allowing yourself to accept conditions that were not conducive to your life. You know what I mean? Forgive yourself. Maybe there was a reason why you had to do it. You know, you were in hangman energy. You needed to see it through. You needed to deal with something, right? You dealt with it. Good. But ultimately, you need to learn how to give yourself forgiveness. If you choose to forgive the others, that is your choice. There's no requirement to do so. I don't care what nobody say. Forgive yourself matters more. Matters more. All right, so what was I going to read? Oh, I know it said new moon in Virgo, but we're going to read full moon in Virgo because that is what we're in. You are good enough. Okay, that is the title. You are good enough. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what leads you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effacing? Humility is good, but it can go too far, and drawing this card suggests that you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash, just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to be honest. You need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should be more obvious to you. Pay attention to details. Hard work brings results. So you got to find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your life. Also, worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. What did I tell y'all last night? If you were here last night, we talked about being grateful attracts more things to be grateful for, right? So we got to cast away the worry. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. So basically, raise your dharma. The teaching, the full moon in Virgo is a good time to declutter your life, your home, your office. It's time to sort out what's good in your life from what is not serving you. Remember, I talked about that. What is not serving you. It is also time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditation, to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, is a reminder that at any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. I don't know if y'all know, but Virgo is in the zodiac, especially the sixth house, it is about yourself, like how you appear, your health, how you take care of yourself, the details. You know what I mean? So we need to be concerned and focus on self right now, and not in a selfish, like narcissistic way. Although not some narcissism is healthy, but in a way that means I'm preserving me and not over depleting myself. You know what I'm saying? All right. So it's a time for healing with the balsamic moon. What's the challenge and the lesson we experience in spirit? Confidence is your key to success. New moon and Leo. So it's, right now it's about gaining confidence to put yourself first, right? sometimes we struggle because we are so used to being in servitude of others, right? That taking care of ourselves is the last thing we do. We don't practice good self-care when our confidence is lacking, when we have insecurities or anxieties about the the past, and we worry about the future, and we not here in the present and experiencing. I spent, let's see, I started my nonprofit in 2011. All right. And every year it was rinse and repeat, but every year felt brand new. And you know why it felt brand new? Because I wasn't being proud of my previous accomplishments. I didn't take the moment, I think. And this is part of my shadow work. I wasn't taking the moment to acknowledge I would acknowledge it, but it wasn't really sinking in or sitting with me like, wow, that was a good job. Like, they were really happy, and people were pleased with what we did, and more people want us to keep doing it. And I really didn't, it took me a long time to get to the point where, first of all, I guess I had to get more experience on my belt to get that confident. But I was doing big things, and when I realized I was doing big things, y'all, when I started getting copycats from bigger agencies doing what we were doing, mocking what we, one year we did something, the next year they doing something. I was like, oh, so folks are paying attention. Now, I guess we a big deal. And it took me to get validation to see copycats. And I finally like, why didn't I see this long ago? I don't know. But sometimes it hits you when it hits you, right? And when you are taking care and looking back, it's okay to be proud of yourself, and it's okay to forgive yourself for what you want or what you aren't proud of. That's a harder lesson to deal with sometimes, is getting over any shame and regret, any disappointment, any loss, any wrong turns you have made. In order to heal, you're going to have to forgive yourself. You're going to have to work on that part. I had to realize, like, I feel like I'm a big damn deal. Not too shabby. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I could be humble and proud too. Shit. Tell me more, Spirit. Likely outcome, Spirit. Ooh, a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. So Virgo, actually, we will be. Wouldn't that make sense, Cherry? That this next moon, you said we in Libra, right? We peaked in Virgo, and now we're in Libra. Okay. So if we're in Libra and we're the after the full moon, I don't know if the new moon is considered Libra, because I don't know how long that stays in Libra. Y'all could correct me. We gonna learn together. That's how I learn. We learn together, okay? All right, so a new romantic cycle begins. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise might be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. In anything you do after pulling this, doing in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. Excuse me. It won't get you anywhere at this time. So it says reach out to someone and let them know you care. Feel more, think less. Marriage and engagement is in the cards. Legal matters will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. Yes, like basically, you know what I'm saying? Look good and take care of yourself, but don't be wearing that mask, that phoniness. You know what I mean? Libra is a sign of love and harmony, negotiations, relationships. It is harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have a new moon in Libra, or at any time you draw this card, there's a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiation, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring back equilibrium. So after you shed, it's like Spirit saying, okay, it's all right to focus on those good partnerships that balance you out, that reciprocal energy, that give and take, that natural ebb and flow, not these relationships that were pulling from you and using your servitude nature for their own benefit. Those that are in, lazy lovers, or lazy friends that are never there for you, but always expect, right? Oh, what's the overall energy? I forgot. A personal issue is reaching a resolution. So I feel like on a personal level, not just business, you are coming to a resolution with someone. All right. Someone or something is coming, to an end. Now, again, it's time for healing and the energy is gaining momentum. So if you're having a personal issue, it's about to be resolved. Whether the resolution is a continued and renewed relationship, or the relationship is over and there's surrender and acceptance. Either way, there is a culmination happening right now, and you're going to get some resolution. So if this is like you have a connection with somebody, and I don't feel like this is something like many years ago, but stranger things have happened. I'm just saying, I don't feel this is something from many years ago. There may be relationships that you have currently or recently, I say recently, within the last couple months type of thing, have had some discord with. Well, things are coming to a resolution with that. You're going to get to know. I feel like a lot of us are having epiphanies as to, excuse me, what that connection means to you, what it is. The other night we did covert vulnerable narcissists, right? And there's, a particular person I feel fits that description. But, one of the things I want to kind of say to y'all, so that those that are here, and then I'll probably say it again in the future, we don't diagnose anybody here, right? And sometimes people have strong narcissistic tendencies based on their environment, especially if they're, very malleable where they are. Does not mean that they're a full-blown narcissist, and that would need to be diagnosed. Likelihood of that happening, most people not. But those of you know who you're dealing with, right? Who you're experiencing that with. So don't be quick to label anybody, but recognize those characteristics or traits, I should say, and know what your boundaries are, what you can accept and what you can't accept, and stand on 10 on it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They can fit every last description. And so as we go through this evaluation period, if they fit the description, can you live with that and be around that? If the answer is no, then stand 10. Put yourself first now, because that person may not know how to love you. That person can't get out of their own way. You know what I mean? Evaluate your relationships. Don't let people control you, or you know what I'm saying, make you put all the effort into your connection when what are they doing? Right. Did you see that girl on TikTok trying to tell me to say her name? I read that and I was like, you know what? I won't even address it, much let alone do what you told me to do. Who are you? And then based on the content we talking about, she must have been out her mind. I'm glad you responded to her, because she wasn't gonna get me to just what? And excuse me, y'all. That was an outburst. I meant to tell Cherry. Let me tell you something. You won't control me. If I oblige you, it's because I wanted to, but you will not control me. People tend to want to do that to each other. And that's when we got to recognize, are you with me or are you just trying to control me? Like, what is it that you want with me? That's going to serve me too, not just you. That's really what we need to be looking at. Are we serving one another? Again, is it reciprocal? Is it balanced? Is there an attempt? Is it consistent? Or is it selfish on their end? And we need to stand up for ourselves. We should not allow anybody to come in our energy and dictate how it should go. Because, they only want it their way. No. No, 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 no. All right. I feel like I want to use this, but I feel like I don't know. I want to use Soul's Journey. Because I feel like we need to stick with energy right now. So we're going to read Soul's Journey cards. All right, Spirit, tell me what we need to know. And what we need to be aware of as a collective, please. And thank you, Spirit. Surrender. I can release my need to control. What did I just say? Control. It is time to release the need to control. And listen, surrender is not easy, y'all. It is not easy at all. Like, surrendering is like, I gotta trust Spirit. I gotta believe. But what happens if, we want to know everything sometimes. We do. Because then that gives us a sense of control. How to steer the ship. What if we don't want it anymore? You know what I'm saying? What if we don't want to be vulnerable? Like, sometimes we just got to live life. We could want to know a lot of stuff, but it doesn't mean that it won't happen in the way we don't want it to happen. Sometimes we just got to surrender control. Also, sometimes we gotta surrender relationships and things we don't want to change. That's another form of surrender and control. Sometimes, all right, say, I don't know, say you have a daughter who you feel she kind of like does not use common sense well. You're going to want to, a lot of people are going to want to control that child more because you see her as helpless, But sometimes you got to surrender and allow them to go ahead and make mistakes so that they can learn from the mistake. So with that being said, you just prep them. You give them all the knowledge you know how to give on any given situation so that they can be vigilant for themselves, and then you have to release them. Like a child going to a college dorm and staying in college for a full semester away from home for the first time. And it's like, oh, I gotta let them go be an adult. I gotta just prop them up, prepare them as best I can, and see how they flourish. You give them all the warnings, all the green lights, all of that. But you gotta surrender. Because at some point in time, they're going to have to do it for themselves. Tell me more, Spirit. Say my name. I got punched in our face. Growth. Sorry, that had nothing to do with the read. That was me Black Cherry. Growth. When you surrender control, you allow yourself to grow. Surrender control is that taking that seed out that packet, and planting it in dirt, watering in it, and allowing it to grow. Not checking it, opening up dirt, seeing if it anything happen. Allowing it to do what seeds do. Having hope and faith that you've given it the nutrients, the soil that it needs, the sunlight that it needs, that it can thrive and do what it needs to do. sometimes we got to give relationships that opportunity as well. Ourselves that. Tell me more. Guilt. See, this is why the balsamic moon is here. It's a time for healing. We got to heal that guilt. It says, I release my beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. It's time to release any attachment to guilt. That's disappointment. That's, you know what I mean? That's rooted in living in the past. Make amends. You know, releasing guilt, sometimes it just means you need to apologize for something that you did. Or if you apologize to yourself. You know what I mean? But release that shame and that guilt. All right, tell me more, Spirit. That's a challenging lesson. What I just say? Shame and guilt. Now we got to release regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So I feel like for this to come up too, to surrender the guilt and regret, even the shame, even though that didn't come out, but it's part of letting go of past issues, like facing your shadow, right? And getting comfortable with the fact that, yeah, I did it, but whatever I did doesn't define who I am right in this very moment. That I can choose to do different or better or live a happier life. I can release the regrets. Also, like I said, with guilt, sometimes with guilt and regret, forgiveness and apologies are needed or needed to be exchanged in order to heal a situation. Because if you can't just sit there and think about somebody all the time and just and know that you may have done them dirty or whatever and never say anything about it, like that's unhealthy, right? So it's more about creating healthier relationships by open communication and surrendering the need to control it. When we talked about the other night, we talked about the vulnerable, what do you call it, covert narc. They will come back into a relationship just trying to talk. Not communicate what went wrong, not apologize for anything, just act as if nothing ever happened. And you can't go on in a relationship like that. That's bound to fail because somebody's dealing with some unresolved issues. Resolve it. It's time. And if you're in a situation where, let's just say, somebody ghosted you and it's been months ago, the resolving it is you healing and letting it go, moving on from it, not holding on to it, not expecting anything, not waiting for anything, just realizing it's over when it was over. And all the closure you need, they gave you when they walked away. Tell me more. Love. Ooh, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So the ultimate, y'all, the likely outcome is love. After we move through this, work on our shadow, work on our guilt, regret, or whatever, whomever did whatever, and we communicate and we're vulnerable and we surrender and we grow, we get love. Love, what did it say? A new romantic cycle begins in love. This is the ultimate goal. At the end of the day, that's where we want to be. Balanced, reciprocated, healing. But the healing has to begin with you. And if this is a relationship, meaning like you're working something out with somebody, everything has to be rooted in love unconditionally. The healing, the apologies, the changed behavior, the growth. It needs to be rooted in love. Period. Point blank. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, because that personal issue that reaches a resolution has had somebody in loneliness. And it says, I know I'm never alone. You might not be, but without any of this being resolved, this is where someone is. So if that's not you, your person, maybe them and their karmic, they lonely, they isolated. because the likely outcome for my collective is love. So this is curing any loneliness that you may have when you start loving yourself. If you already love yourself, then you good. Somebody else is not good. I can promise you that. They ain't good at all. You said snuggled up. Snuggled up. Why that made me think of squabble up? But yeah, snuggled up. Tell me more. Imagination. Okay. They doing too much. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get my children and get the cats. Because they bugging right now. Kitty children, boy, they ain't won yet, so they just little cats, little kittens. They be doing too much. All right, let's get some tarot on this, and then we gonna call it a night. I feel like pinning this. Snuggled up. You know what? Ain't nothing like being snuggled up. I don't know why I ain't dressed this card, but I embrace and nurture the creative aspects in my mind. When we talked about Venus, we talked about creativity, abundance, and love, right? And romance. That's where we heading. So, you know, somebody, I watched a reel. I think it was a reel, but they're also on TikTok. Muse and Jay, I think they call them. It's a couple. One, the boy is Nigerian, the girl is American, and she did something I never even thought of, but it was cute. She got in the car. He must have been waiting for her, whatever. She got in the car. She had flowers in her hand, a card with money in it, and some cupcakes. She put the cupcakes down. She handed him the flowers. She handed him the card. Now, he's a little Nigerian, so he just always yelling. If you know Nigerians, they be yelling a lot. They be like, rah, 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 rah. He's always barking. What's wrong? What's the problem? Why you give me the flower? So she handed him all this stuff, looked at him. Then she got out the car, shut the door. She came back into the car and she said, oh my God, you gave me flowers. And a card. Let me see that. And she opened it up. It was a bunch of money. He got excited. It was like, oh, wow, I give you money? Oh, yes, I'm so romantic. Yes, this is what I do. This is my life. This is how I live. You know, come on, get to behind. Get out. You touch it again, you're going to get cold power. I promise you. Uh-huh. Let's hope you don't start crying by the time I get fever. So he caught on when he saw that money in that car. He said, well, let me see what the card say. He was like, it said something like, I'm so sorry that I have not been romantic in giving you flowers. He said, see, I will do this every month. You know, I will do it every month. I will give you the flowers. I will give you the money. I will romanticize you. We will do the freaky and da. And she was just like, thank you so much. He was like, see, and I'll give you the cupcakes. All of a sudden, everything was his idea. You know what I'm saying? She was teaching him how to be romantic. And I feel like be creative with your person, not necessarily a past person, but whomever. Show them what you require and also listen to them about what they require. All right, Spirit, give me something for the collective. What do they need to know? What do they need to know, Spirit? Oop, too many cards. Let me shuffle. But she used her imagination. I was like, that's cool. She made him give her flowers, the money. He was so excited when he saw that money. Like, oh, yes, this is what I do. I am that man. Tell me more, Spirit. Four of Swords. Yeah, so it's time to surrender. It's also time to heal. That is also on that card with the balsamic moon. But Four of Swords come after the Three of Swords. So you know, some of y'all may have experienced some heartbreak, some disappointment. It is time to rest. It's time to rejuvenate. It's time to contemplate your next move, your next step, right? Whether that is to release a situation or to embrace a situation. Either way, it is time for you to heal. And it's not time, you know, like immediately. It's not time, always time to do. Sometimes you have to take a pause to reflect, to think things over, to contemplate your next step. You know, you got to give yourself, like, you know, I love how she sing in real life, not on the studio so much. But Summer Walker, I like her. I heard her on her tiny desk, and I was like, oh, this girl can sing. Like, I would have loved being in church with her, listening to her riffs or whatever. I felt like I like her live audio better than, you know, her records. But one of the things she does that bothered me was that she said she wanted to rush into relationships. Basically, she not giving herself time to heal from the last heartbreak. Um, Many young people, we do that. When we're young, we do that. We kind of float around from relationship to relationship because we're not dealing with the self, right? We're unwilling to just deal with ourselves and figure out what it is that we want or what it is that we should be doing that we're not doing for ourselves. And it's a, you know, me as an elder to her, I'm looking like cringy because I'm like, what, you know, no, baby girl, you do have to give yourself time to heal. You can't just, oh well, I have a big heart and rush into each relationship, because that's why her relationships have been short-lived. You know what I mean? She got kids by people that she's not, that are not the fathers. Well, no, I'm sorry. She has she had past relationships with the fathers of her children that did not last, and I'm pretty sure she would have preferred it to last, but the way she chose things was, I want to rush into the next situation. I'm not going to take time to unpack. Spirit saying we ain't got no choice. Four of Swords, we ain't got no choice because we had the heartbreak already. Now it's just time to rest on multiple fronts. All right, tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, look, there it is. See? So I also feel like maybe some people in the past energy, they rested, but they didn't rest long. And now we got the Three of Swords showing itself like, well, I'm still here. So there's still healing that needs to be done. And what does it say here? A time for healing. It's still time for healing. Like, there's no rush, right? There's no rush to your healing. Take your time. Don't be anxious to get into the next situation. Take your time. You have to nurse that heart. You got to nurse the why. You got to nurse the loss. You got to grieve. You got to go through the cycles of grief so that you can heal. But if you rush the process as if you never had a loss, you're going to run in head first to the next loss. You probably will meet the same person in a different body. That's it. So we got to recognize our patterns, our addictions, our problems, so we can slow down and heal. I'm also hearing somebody is heartbroken over you, collective. So this may not always be you. You may, the Four of Swords being before the Three of Swords here could be telling me that you, well, it is telling me that, I'm sorry, Spirit, you already started your healing journey and somebody now has to heal from you. Not because you did something to them to hurt them with that malice intention, but it could be that they may know that you're no longer in their life, that their time has expired with you. So there's somebody else crying out, but they have to go through their healing process now. This is karma for them. Okay? And it's not because you chose to teach them a lesson, it's because you had to pull your energy back for you. You had to heal. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. Because if it ain't right, it ain't right. So stand 10 toes down. It's okay to be disappointed. Like we tell our kids, it's all right to be bored sometimes. Right? But long as you choose the right thing, you won't be wasting your time. Long as you choose the right thing, you will be less apathetic. You'll be happier. You will be more appreciative of what you have. Your foundation will be more solid because you will be choosing from the right path. All right. Challenge and lesson spirit. Five of coins is in reverse. So the challenge and the lesson is to come out of the cold in the situation. I feel like this is more your person than you. Because if you pull your energy back just so you can heal, somebody feels like they want to come out of the cold with you. They want a reconciliation. They want a conversation. And that's nice. They probably can get all of that, but does not mean they gain access to you. Take how it resonates. Everybody's situation is different. But everybody's not going to just have free access to waltz back into your life and stay there. You know, some of y'all might want to just hear the closure that you needed. Some of y'all might. Some of y'all might take people back, but I'm feeling like this energy is more of a, if they come back, you may get that assurance why you're not engaging with this person. Like they may demonstrate to you the reason why y'all can't do it no more. All right, likely outcome spirit. One at a time. King of Pentacles. That could be you, more rooted, more in your foundation, more, that Virgo energy, making your fortune one penny at a time. Also being very solid, like a dependable individual. You know what I'm saying? Somebody upright, knows how to stabilize their situation. Somebody understands their own growth and development. Somebody who's going to add to you, because that's where the love and imagination come from. And what? Oh, wait a minute. And a new romantic cycle. So somebody's getting a stable partner. Whether this is a previous partner or new love, because I'm not necessarily getting new, but it doesn't mean it's going to be old. I feel like, since everybody's situation, of course, is different, some people are going to reconcile with somebody who is now brand new. So obvious, like it's not words, it's actions. They are brand new. And then others are going to release an old connection and move into something new, something more solid, more grounded, more stable than they've had in the past. It's going to actually feel like love. So again, if you experience limerence, this is going to show you what the difference is. And healing. Overall energy, somebody's going to heal that loneliness. The Five of Cups is in reverse. When the Five of Cups is in reverse, that card literally means healing, which means that this person finally decided to stop worrying about the 3 cups that spilled and then pick up the other 2 so that they can move on. Like no more crying over spilled milk. It's more about thank you.
She got stuck in my closet.
She ain't stuck. She's trying to hide.
No, she yelled at me and helped.
So, it's really about releasing the toxicity of what long. This could be you, collective. This could be your person. But somebody is releasing what they've been. So the 5 of Cups with the 2 cups still standing. Somebody might be releasing those 3 cups, which is a third party or family situation, so that they can go make their own soul tribe, make their own choices, be more independent versus codependent, right? And be happier with 2 full cups, appreciating what they already have so that they can have more to be appreciative for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's some severe healing in a good way. I don't mean bad. Like, some sincere some serious healing going on right now, and it's moving toward real and unconditional love versus old outdated ways of thinking and recycled patterns of hurt. But currently somebody is in pain, and I hope it's none of my collective. I do. And if it's your person, then pray for your person, because I don't know them. You know them. Pray for your person here and there. You know what I'm saying? Pray that their hearts heal, that their minds change, that they get in a better, healthier state of mind and soul. Mind, body, and soul. I don't feel like my beloveds are vicious individuals where you just want to hurt people. That would be more narcissistic, right? I'm thinking and I'm feeling that my beloveds, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have genuine hearts and spirits. Y'all wouldn't even pay attention to me this long if you wasn't. You have genuine hearts and spirit. You want to see your fellow person do well. So just pray for them here and there. You know what I'm saying? Those prayers, believe it or not, will carry them in the direction that whatever they need to go, whatever listening they need to get. And don't be surprised if it carries somebody straight to you because they realize what they need to do. But if they do, good for them. If they don't, hey, we are in the healing, surrendering, control, letting things flow energy. So what comes to us without a bunch of expectation. It just flows to us normally because why? We deserve the best of anything. We deserve the best of anything. We are enough. We are always enough. Take that how it resonates. If it don't resonate, hey, maybe this is not your channel, and that's okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I appreciate everybody that come on, like, share, and subscribe. Again, ring that bell so you are notified. And do you know, if you just happen to come on my channel in the middle of the day, go to the hit the live button. You may see a live, and it says schedule, notify me, right? Go ahead and hit like if you want, but click notify me, and then that will let you know around the time I come on. It should ensure that you get the notification that I'm coming on. Typically around 9:30. Typically. So, y'all, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be on tomorrow night. I plan to be. I would like to come on earlier if I can, but if I can. Um, like I said, check the live button, click on that, and then you'll see if it's one set up for that night. Just click on that and it'll notify you. All right. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all have a blessed night and evening. Peace, peace, peace. Y'all. Good night.